The snow and ice on mid-Missouri roads are starting to melt today, but what happens to all the salt and brine that's used to treat those roads? We're about to find out. Thanks for spending your Friday with us. I'm Deborah Kendrick.
And I'm Lucas Geisler. ABC 17's Hannah Falcon spoke to environmental experts about the impact of these treatments. Hannah, storm runoff does eventually end up in the Missouri River.
Deb, Lucas, as the snow and ice starts to melt off the streets today, it runs into streams and creeks and rivers, and eventually it all comes right here to the Missouri River, where all of those chemicals have a negative impact on this body of water.
We have to treat the roads. It's a safety aspect that's important. As far as salt getting into the streams, yes, it happens. It happens with every agency that does this work. In that, we just try to be a little bit mindful of what's going into the streams. But ultimately, our first priority is safety of our citizens.
As Eric Landwehr with the Cole County Public Works says, driver safety is the first priority when considering road treatments. But when snow and ice start to melt off the streets, it carries the chemicals used to treat roads into major streams and rivers, which all ultimately lead to the Missouri River.
And there's really so many people that just love to get to the river, get down to the river and enjoy the nature down there and all the wildlife.
Steve SCHNARR with Missouri River Relief explains the importance of these impacts on the longest river in North America.
The Missouri River is a really important drinking water resource for the state of Missouri. Over 40% of Missourians get their drinking water from the Missouri River, including most of people that live in Jefferson City.
The chlorides can be a problem to aquatic life.
Environmental Engineering Associate Professor Kate Troth tells me there are some ways to lessen the environmental impact, such as beet juice, a natural alternative used by MoDOT and other public works agencies.
Those individuals are professionals and they think, they work on this and they know the concentrations and how to apply it.
But she says the best way to reduce impact is by reducing how much salt and chlorides are used.
In many areas, education is crucial to say, okay, how much should you be spreading around to be effective?
Cole County recently adopted an ordinance in December that will require new developments to have things like retention ponds that'll filter out some of those chemicals before it gets to the river. But since it's so new, it hasn't actually gone into effect in any developments yet. Reporting live from Jefferson City, I'm Hannah Falcon, ABC 17 News.
All right, thank you, Hannah. Pre-treating the roads is an effective way to reduce salt use, but that's not always possible when it rains before the snow and ice.